welcome to my channel. My name is Alicia. Today we have a what did I get paid from YouTube and what did I buy with my paycheck. So this time around, it took me a little bit longer to get my paycheck. You have to have a minimum of $100 in there before they will cash it out. So if you reach that in March, you're not going to get paid until April. I generally, in the years past, I don't know how long I've been doing this. I would say close to 7 at this point. And I think I've been monetized for more than a year, less than 2 years, somewhere along like that. I'm not even sure. Maybe it's been a full 2 years. But in December, I had like a not dark period. I don't know, a period where I didn't upload. We went on vacation. I didn't have any pre-done. And then just recently, I went for like a 2-week or 3-week period where I didn't have any videos. So of course that did not help. So just a few kind of like statistics about my personal channel. In March, I made $43.53. February, I made $39.49. I believe February might have been where I had that like period where I wasn't uploading. January, again, slower period, $32.00. December was crazy and I made $75.58. Normally, I don't make that much. I don't know whether I had extra videos. I'm not quite sure what was the thing with that. I'm looking at kind of like the statistics. My highest grossing video in the last, I don't know, 30 days to I don't know what the time frame is, but 28 days, I guess, was Stitch Fix for $11.36. I've had Stitch Fix videos get $16. Then it was Wantable at $6.72. The Loft Nordstrom Try-On, $4. My Travel Essentials was $3.47. What's in my makeup bag was only 99 cents. My declutter was $1.86. So as you can see, each video is not really making me lots, and that's okay. I love this as like a fun little hobby. I am just so grateful that I even get a little paycheck. It's fun to go buy things. And there's a lot, I don't understand a lot about the algorithm necessarily, but I know it's, do you watch the ads? Do you watch the video kind of like all the way through? And so there's different things like that that go into it. Thanks to you guys, you were telling me time of day because I used to have it upload at midnight for some weird reason. And that also helped. I changed that and that kind of helped increase things. I also know that they penalize you if you don't upload videos on a regular schedule. And I kind of do an every 2 or 3 day thing, but I don't have a set schedule. Anyway, thank you to all of you guys who watch my videos because without you, I wouldn't get these little paychecks. I was meaning to go to Sephora and I'm still going to go to Sephora. You're going to see a part 2, but it'll be right after you watch this. But today I was at Target for work to get paper plates for a function coming up. And to me, it's like the good Target, if that even makes sense. And so I thought, let's peruse while I was there. And I kept seeing things. So then I just bought a little haul. I am kind of shocked that just 6 little things cost $83 plus tax. I don't know. Oh, and if I didn't say, my paycheck is going to be for $115. So if we're doing the math there, I'm around 30-ish, somewhere between 30 and 35 if my math's mathing. That's not much at Sephora, so I may use a little bit of my own money to like, I don't know, get some things at Sephora. But I mean, if this is how much this stuff costs at Target, gosh, you couldn't get much for Sephora for $115. The last time I got a paycheck, I had kind of treated myself a little too much in the Christmas time. And I just wasn't in the mood for my traditional stuff. So I ended up getting kind of some unusual stuff like hair care or whatever. But I'm kind of back in. I really didn't do too much purchasing for the first quarter. So I'm kind of ready for a good, let's just go to Sephora. I will say, I don't know whether I just got spoiled last year. I don't know whether Ulta made some changes. But Ulta has a bunch of coupons. But here lately, their coupons don't work for anything I want. I really want the Beekman 1802. The coupon doesn't work for that. And so the last several coupons they've given, like the one just came yesterday, spend 40, get 10. Last year, anyway, it worked for anything at the store, except for, there were some of like the hyper fancy brands. But now it seems like it's just not working on much. And that's kind of a bummer because I really had I'd went from I mean, I like both, but I really kind of turned my corner and really was liking Ulta. But I'm not a fan of their coupons not working. So anyway, I don't know. Whatever. Anyway, so let's get into what we got. I have seen a lot of people talk about this MCO Beauty. They're supposed to be, I think they're kind of an up-and-coming e.l.f.-like situation where they are duping things. This Target MCO Beauty was kind of sold out. I am not into the Sol de Janeiro at all. I've never had them, never bought them. This was $11.99. It caught my eye because of the jasmine. I love jasmine. And this is jasmine and dragon fruit. I don't quite know how the, no, I can't get this open. I don't know how the dragon fruit will play in. I am also not a perfume person. I am not a perfume every day. But I thought this was something different. If I can get it open, gosh, I may have to like literally go get scissors. I thought this would be something different. I know that I am a skincare junkie, so some of you guys might get tired of seeing skincare. But I thought it was something different, and I don't think I'm going to get it open. Let me pause. I'll be right back. All right, we are back. This is what it looks like. I don't really know how the Sol de Janeiro bottles feel. I will say this definitely feels very lightweight, definitely plastic, which for $11.99, I think that's exactly what you would expect. I will say on the back of the box, it says Sweet Blossom, Dragon Fruit, and Lychee. Now, there was no lychee mentioned on the front. So, I don't know. This is also like, I don't know whether you can see that, but it is a broad mist. So I guess this is definitely a body mist. I don't mind it, but I don't think I'm really getting tons of jasmine. I would definitely say the dragon fruit and lychee must be coming off more. It's not bad at all, but I don't know. Like, it's not a love, love, love. We will see. And also, like, I have one perfume, literally one, and it has more of a, like, targeted, smaller spray. This is, like, meant for, like, you're just spraying this all over, and that's not quite me. I feel like at this point, I'm going to be a walking dragon fruit tonight. Not bad. I am going to be honest. I'm a little disappointed. I really bought this because of the jasmine, and if I'm going to be honest, I don't know if I smell any jasmine. I'm also interested to see on scent payoff, how long does it last? And I wouldn't be able to compare it to the Sol de Janeiro because I have never had that. I love lip oil, and so I don't branch out. I really just go with the NYX fat oil. And this was the first thing I saw that kind of made me like think I was going to go to the Target route. This is Physicians Formula Diamond. I don't know, some weird spelling, but it is a lip oil. $8.49. So it's, I think, like $1 cheaper than my NYX fat oil. And my NYX fat oil isn't really an oil. It's just more of a really hydrating gloss. This has a big doe foot, very similar to the NYX fat oil. I do have lipstick on oh, well, you can see that I had lipstick on. It's now colored that. I mean, I will have to try it out and tell. This is definitely more of an oil. So definitely this is an oil. I'm interested to try it. So I am not mad that I got this, excited to try it. And I got a second lip oil from e.l.f. for $8. Again, both of these are cheaper than the fat oil. This might be minty. I am tingling, not in the like plumping way, but like in a minty menthol kind of way. The one thing that this is different than, I will say I love the package. Can you see it? There's a diamond in, like a holographic kind of diamond up there. That's cute. I like the packaging, but my fat oil, what I love about it is that it really just feels thick, luxurious, moisturizing, whereas this is thin. This is more of a true oil, where I don't even know why they named the fat oil one the fat oil. So this is e.l.f. Glow Reviver Lip Oil. They also had colors, but I am not generally into colors. Like, I hate the NYX one in color. It looks horrendous. I will say the packaging kind of makes it look like it would be bigger. And so this is the packaging on this one. And this is thicker. I wish I could somehow take off what I just put on. Oh my. Oh dear. This has some kind of interesting taste. This does say infused with apricot oil. I don't know. Almost tastes like nail polish remover. I don't know. This is definitely thicker than the other one. Not as thick as my NYX Fat Oil. And I can't read anything else on here, like as far as ingredients go. I will say I do love that e.l.f. is cruelty-free, all of that good stuff. I don't know. I am not sure I'm going to get over the taste of this. But anyway, it's too early to tell. I am definitely looking forward to trying both of these. So, sometimes you don't know if a product is working until you've taken a break. And so I'm really wanting to experiment more with vitamin C. Vitamin C can make me red, but I wanted to find kind of a cheaper vitamin C. The Glow Recipe I recently got in Ipsy, I think is making my skin look better, but I would not pay that price for that product. So I have two options here, one by Bubble and one by Pixie. I haven't tried like a ton of stuff, but I have had good luck with Pixie. I have liked quite a few things that I've tried by them. And so this was kind of one of the pricier things. And I don't know. So 30 capsules, $24.99, so it's almost $1 a capsule. So I don't know. I've never tried a vitamin C capsule, so I don't know. This is kind of interesting. This is plastic, not that I would expect anything less. I don't know. This will also make sure it lasts longer because vitamin C can degrade quickly. I'm excited for this. I'm trying to find the ingredients. Capri triglyceride, ascorbic acid, which I assume is vitamin C, vegetable oil, rapeseed oil, and that's pretty much that. Made in Italy. I don't know. The oil makes me think it'll be moisturizing. I don't know. I'm excited to try it. Like I said, I've had really good luck with Pixie stuff, so we will give it a whirl. And I think I said that was $24.99. Then I saw this Daydream Tone and Texture Serum Vitamin C Niacinamide by Bubble. Bubble is kind of, I think, the up-and-coming affordable brand. This was $16.99. And it has glycerin, niacinamide. Now, tranexamic acid. I don't think I've ever used that. And I should Google it. Like, that's my only wild card in this is like, will that make me red? But then it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ceramides. You guys are probably tired of hearing me rave about ceramides. I love them. Then it has some oil. Brassica cambistris, never heard of it. Licorice root, which is good for dark spots. Marshmallow root, rice, which are calming, and things that I don't know, probably preservatives. I don't know. I thought, let's give it a try. I don't think I've bought a Bubble product. I may have had samples somewhere along the way. I could also be crazy. So they kind of have cute packaging. I feel like they almost are target the teenage audience. They often had, like, they had a, like, Inside Out kind of packaging kind of a thing. I just feel like my viewfinder is now like there's a box on my face. I hope I'm not messing up this video. Let's see what we have. Oh, okay. So this is a very thin, which I kind of like. So that is very thin, slippery. I like that. I like a serum that's thin and slippery. This also feels moisturizing. I am super excited about that. I want to Google that tranexamic acid. Fingers crossed, it's not going to make my sensitive skin turn red, but I'm excited. I also kind of like that packaging. Then my last item was a sunscreen. My go-to sunscreen, I had issues with my Stylevania thing. It was like, it never got here, and it was a big hassle to get a refund, and I guess I need to even double check they gave me a refund. So I saw this Neutrogena sunscreen. I love that it's 60 SPF. Right now my face is only with a 50. This is $13.99, and this says Ultra Sheer Face Serum Sunscreen. I want a very thin sunscreen. It cannot feel like actual sunscreen or my face hates it. And so those words made me hopeful. I also love that it's SPF 60. I live in California. The sun is super strong almost year round. I will say this doesn't really have skin care. Not that that's essential, because as you guys know, I'm a skincare junkie. But why not, I guess, have it in there. This has dimethicone, which really isn't skincare so much as I think it makes it like leave a layer on your face, which I could be crazy. But otherwise there's literally no like skincare element. Let's see what this is going to be like on my hand. I don't know. It is looking kind of thick. Oh, but okay. So this is definitely like a watery. Oh, I might like this. So this is watery. And it rubs right in. So that might be a winner chicken dinner. And like I said, I don't really need the skincare. So I'm excited for this. The price is right for the amount. It's the same price or cheaper than my other one. We'll have to see. I'll have to put it on my face and see how it goes. But at least on the back of my hand, it feels moisturizing. There's a slight feel of like, again, jury's out. So that's my little Target haul. I am still shocked that 6 products cost $83, but I guess that's just where we are. And it probably will be 1 to 3 days before I get to Sephora. You will see Sephora right up next. All right, we are back for part 2. And sadly, my camera, I don't think it's as bad as the other day when it was like super dark. But my husband's hobby is cameras. And anyway, I think my fingers hit some other setting. And so there's a wonky, it's a wonky, I feel like. I think it's better than the other day when I was doing my Stitch Fix. But I apologize. And my husband and daughter are off hunting tadpoles. So I don't know anymore. But we're back with part 2, and I know you guys are expecting Sephora, and I really had meant to go. At the beginning of this whole thing, I knew I wanted to go to Sephora with my paycheck. And then, as I mentioned in the other section, I went to Target, and I saw things I liked. And after that came up to $86 or $83, I really was like, what am I going to go to Sephora and buy for $30? Like, I don't know. I mean, surely there's something, but... So anyway... I went to Marshall's and Walmart today. I just thought I think I had ended up with like $33 extra or something. And I just thought that would be a better use of my money. Not that it's always quantity, but it is kind of nice to get a lot of things. I think I've ended up with, I don't know, somewhere around 10 items or maybe a little bit more. Whereas at Sephora, I probably only would have gotten 3 or 4. Anywho, also it's unique since... I guess it was just yesterday, but it seems like a long time ago. Yesterday, I was able to try quite a bit of the Target. So after I go over the rest of my haul, I can tell you what I thought about the Target stuff. So, I ended up getting 3 things at Marshall's and 1 thing at Walmart. And so it is exactly 10 items. I got 10 items for $115. And we all know I could not have done that at Sephora. Anyway, so I went to Marshall's, and the first thing I saw were a couple of foundations. I absolutely love trying foundations. I don't think I've ever tried anything from Morphe, and this was $7.99. So I feel like you couldn't go wrong. They only had this one shade, which is Hint of Marshmallow. Whenever I'm trying to get a foundation, I try to go to their website and see if they will give any information. I am generally a fair or light, and I have to be neutral. And I'm sure maybe neutral, like if it's a yellow undertone or a pink undertone, it looks horrible on me. And I'm sure neutral is the same thing to those people who are yellow or pink undertones. And I just now noticed it said that on the box. But on their website, number one, their Hint Skin Tint Morphe 2 shade range is like dismal. They've got like 7 or something, 10 or less. Let's go there. I didn't count them, but not very good. The only neutral anywhere near my shade was this one. The rest of them had other ones. So I didn't know if this would work or not. But for $7.99, I kind of thought, why not? It is a glass dropper bottle. It looks like this. I am wearing it right now. I will say it works. When you put it on, I really like the color looks nothing. I mean, when you drop some drops on, I thought, oh my, this isn't going to work. But it blends out really nice. It's too soon to tell. I literally just put it on 5 minutes ago. My only hesitation is like I have this spot right here, which I really don't even know if it comes across on camera. But if a foundation is kind of iffy, I feel like it highlights, I don't know, face wrinkles. I don't even know what it highlights, but I feel like I have something. But I don't notice this something unless the foundation kind of catches it. So again, it's probably just me looking in the mirror too hard, which is not healthy. But overall, I like it. So far, so good. For a skin tint, I think this gives pretty good coverage. I just had a gnarly pimple here, which is like super, like a colored spot right now. And I feel like it really covers it pretty good. So for a skin tint, I think the coverage is pretty good. And it does say sheer to medium coverage. And it is kind of hard to believe that a skin tint could do sheer to medium, but I kind of believe it. I feel like if you went in on another layer, you could even get more coverage. This says lasts for up to 16 hours. Oh, water resistant, sweat resistance, transfer resistance. That is some big claims. I don't know. Like, that's crazy. Hydrating for up to 12 hours. Interesting. I wonder if it has skincare in it. Let's see. Glycerin, so that is a little bit of moisture. Otherwise, I don't really see anything skincare related. Oh, it did say shake. I did not shake it before I used it. So anyway, I'm super happy. $8. I think this is around, I don't know, a $40. I don't know the price if we're going to be honest. And this says original price $10, which we know is not right. So I am super excited for that. I love trying foundation, and so far, I think it's working. I got another foundation for $6.99. This is the Laura Geller Liquid Foundation. And I also went to that website, but her website, I was trying to be quick. It seemed like a busy day at Marshall's today. I couldn't right off the bat find any, what would you say, descriptions. Neutral with this or pink with this. They just seem to have, it's fair, it's light, and then I don't ever look at the other colors because those are the only ones I'm concerned with. And this is a glass frosted bottle. I believe we're going to have a doe foot thing going on. Yes. So I wasn't able to try this one on. I wasn't going to try, clearly 2 foundations at once. They did have a little quiz. The quiz is not that helpful because it basically starts off with, what skin shade do you think you are? And it basically gives you what they have. I put in fair only because I'm at the end of I pretty much have 2 shades. Fair, and then I go to kind of light for I have 6 months of each. Right now I'm in my fair. But anyway, on the quiz, then it shows you pictures. And I'm very bad at knowing what my skin is compared to pictures, but the 2 pictures they showed, I was fairly sure I wasn't as dark as the picture of the the person that was representing light. So they told me that fair was my shade. And again, I have no way of knowing until I try it on whether it's my shade. This says medium coverage foundation. Oh gosh, I should have noticed this. I'm so bad at reading the detail. So we will see. This might be a miss because it is a matte finish. I absolutely am not a matte girl. I'm going to go ahead and try it. It's $6.99. I suppose I could return it, but I'm not going to return it. I will try it. It says matte. I am not a matte person at all. This also says shake well before use. So that's a bummer because I'm a glowy, natural kind of person. So I don't know, but that's what I get for not reading things. But we will try it. Who knows? It could come out good. I feel like these colors are kind of similar. So I'm excited. Both of those, I think the Laura Geller for sure is $38. I remember that price when I was on there. And so I'm super excited for that. And then, I don't know why I got this. Again, my goal was to get a L'Oreal, like a telescopic at Walmart or something. But I generally have good luck with Maybelline. And I don't know if this is a current, like if I went to Walmart or Target, this is Colossal. It says washable mascara. This was $5.99. Most Maybellines now are somewhere between, I think, $10 and $12. So I thought I would try it. I also have that on today. Jury is out so far. So this says instant big volume with no clumps. I don't feel like I have instant big volume. I don't know. I'm not sure whether that's going to be close enough for you to tell. This says 9 times the volume. I don't think that's accurate. This also seems a little dry, but the problem probably with Marshalls is how old is this stuff? And all these things ever tell you is 6 months after opened. I don't think makeup comes with a packaging date. So I don't know. So I guess I'm trying to say, is this dry because it's a dry formula or because this has been sitting at Marshalls forever? Now, I can also tell you honestly, I am not generally this big fluffy brush kind of girl. And that might be part of the problem. I have hooded eyes, and the way this fluffy brush is, it's hard to get in on my lashes without getting it on my lids, like up here. So on both eyes, I had mascara up here. I don't normally have that problem with my other Maybelline, my other like e.l.f. or other mascaras. And first little swipes, it was like nothing. So you have to like keep going and keep going, which I'm never a fan of. I want it to be easy. I want it to be a few strokes and it looks great. I do not think it looks bad at all. Again, too early to tell whether it's going to flake or whatever. Sometimes mascara does get better in a couple weeks. If it's going to be as finicky as it was today, it's probably going to be a deal breaker. But I like trying mascaras. Mascara is something I wear every day. So again, for half price, it was worth a shot. Again, knocking things over. Again, too early to tell, give or take. And so then I think I went to Walmart with $10 or so. Spoiler alert, I went over by $10. But I was perusing their skincare and I saw this Cetaphil ceramide serum. And again, I think I said in my other little part, you're probably tired of hearing me say ceramides. This was $20. So again, I went over by $10. But glycerin, panthenol. I like panthenol. I'm not quite sure what it does, but I do think it's one of those good things. Alatin is like in the top 5. I love Alatin. Alatin is becoming my new, I would say in my top 5 skincare ingredients. It generally seems to be, I believe it's supposed to be like a moisture barrier builder, like help your skin be better kind of a thing. And I've never seen it that high. And so I'm super excited about that. This is a frosted glass jar. I also put this on under my makeup. Then after Alatin, it has Centella Asiatica, which I really like. It's good for redness, and I do have redness. And then there's ceramides. There's one ceramide, which I would say is kind of like halfway through the bottle, or halfway through the list, rather. And then there's really not much else. There's a couple, or one hyaluronic acid, which I am not, like, I could take or leave. Actually, there's two hyaluronic acid, no, three. Three types of hyaluronic acid. And so I don't think hyaluronic acids are bad at all, but you have to make sure you're putting other moisturizers with it, because it's supposed to kind of plump, but it draws from your skin if you don't. This is a very kind of slippery, really kind of nice feel. This could replace possibly my Beekman 1802. This doesn't have as many good ingredients, but it's kind of similar to the Beekman ceramide milk. So I don't know. I really like it. I'm excited to try it. Again, it's too early to try, or too early to tell. But I love that Alatin is super high, and I love that there's a ceramide. And again, it's a dropper, and it's just kind of a really nice, milky, really just lightweight, feels very moisturizing. So I'm pretty sure I'm going to like this. This will go on my morning skincare. I don't know if I'll put it on separately or not, because I used to mix my Beekman with my, I can't think of what it's called. Burt's Bee, like the daily cream. That was one of the things I forgot. I got so mixed up. I kept kind of looking at different things at Marshall's. There was a Burt's Bee dark spot, like acne corrector. And I was going to try that because I have a big spot right now. So that's the end of my haul. Super excited. Again, super thankful to you guys. But if you want to stay around and hear what I thought of my Target stuff, that's what I'm doing right now. The only thing I didn't try from my Target haul is this guy, because I don't feel like these two would mix well. And so I wouldn't do them in the same night, and I haven't done nighttime skincare. So I haven't tried this. All right. Pixie Vitamin C. I don't know. I'm shocked. So the jury is out on this. So you get this little capsule. This tiny little capsule. I would have thought it was going to be oily or serumy. I didn't know whether I should cut this or twist it. I twisted it, and a little bit popped out, almost like you were popping a pimple. And it's a thick cream. I was expecting my face to be just red with irritation this morning. After I put this on, I layered a bunch more moisturizers to kind of act like maybe a buffer. I don't know. If you've ever been on a farm where there's an electric fence and you've accidentally kind of like got zinged by the electric fence, I know that's like a ridiculously crazy example. I don't know how many people out on the planet has had that experience. I feel like this was an electric fence zing to my face. It burned. I don't know if burned's the right word. Tingled. It was way stronger than a tingle. From the, like, I had that tiny little bit come out, and so I put it down instant. Like, it's almost like a zap to my face. And this was barely enough. I would say it was enough, but just enough for my face. My face zinged, burned, tingled, whatever you want to say. 20 minutes at least. I don't know. Hurt's not the right word, but it was close. I don't know. We will see. This morning, my face wasn't necessarily red. It wasn't necessarily... It wasn't bad, but it wasn't awesome. Like, I've had, like, the day before, like, yesterday morning, I woke up and my face just looked really good. Today was not in the really good. It wasn't bad either. So I don't know. The jury's out. I will definitely give it a couple more goes, but I would be worried. I think when you're doing skincare, it needs to be routine. Like, you need to use it regular or it won't work. I don't know if I could go every other day with this. And then, because I try to use retinol 2 or 3 times a week. This scares me. It did not feel good on my face. This guy, The e.l.f. lip oil. I don't think I'm going to be able to get over the taste. It is horrendous. I feel like this is them trying to be, instant. It's horrendous. It's just instantly horrendous every time. This is about the 5th time I've used it since buying it yesterday. It just tastes horrendous. I do think this is them trying to have a comparable product to the NYX Fat Oil because it's a little bit thicker, but it's not as thick as the NYX Fat Oil. I think the taste is minty, but it's a cross between fingernail polish remover, chemicals, plasticky. I just think it's an instant no. I don't know. I don't know if I can stick it out. A very bad mouthwash. I don't even know. So anyway, I don't recommend this based on the flavor alone. If they happen to have different flavors and there's a non-minty one, because I'm pretty sure they're going for mint, it's horrible. I kind of feel like maybe newsflash, the reviews aren't so good. I don't know. I only use this once or twice. This is definitely liquidy. So it is more of an oil. I will say I love that lid. I think that's really cool that the diamond is there. This one doesn't taste, I don't think, like anything. But it's very much an oil. And so jury's out. I will definitely use this, use it. And we'll see. I don't know. I can't speak yet to either one of these being moisturizing or not. But this one doesn't have a bad taste. This one will probably get downgraded to possibly a room spray. I'm also not convinced it doesn't feel sticky at first. This is the Amco Beauty Dragon Fruit and Jasmine. I bought it for the jasmine. I don't feel like I smell jasmine at all. It also, like I said yesterday, I don't know whether the mist comes across on screen or not. It is a big, big mist cloud. I feel like this is great for the teenage crowd or whatever age loves these Sol de Janeiros. Much cheaper. Right now, I'm now tasting that, but then again, I just spray it like crazy. So I would not repurchase. I'm not necessarily mad I bought it, but it's not going to be like, I can't wait to put it on in the morning before work. It's just, it's okay. It's not my favorite. I don't feel like the scent lasted too long, but then again, I'm not smelling myself on the regular, so who knows. All right, and then we have the last product I got from Target, and this was the Neutrogena Sheer, Ultra Sheer Face Serum SPF 60. I will definitely use this on my neck and arms, for sure. It is sheer, but there's like an asterisk to that. Somehow time exceeded, so I don't know where I quite left off. This says face serum, and I'm not quite sure I buy that. If I remember yesterday, I looked at the ingredients and I read them to you, and there wasn't much serum-y in here. I would use this on the weekend on my face. And I would definitely give it a couple more goes. I'm very picky on my face. I just am. When I'm done putting on my sunscreen, I want my face to look good, preferably better than it did before I put it on, or at least the same. Depending on the sunscreen, my face can look red, and I don't know what that is, but I don't like that. This, even though it is sheer, and I don't know how to explain it, it is sheer, but I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. It's not quite oily, but it leaves something. It leaves like a heavy layer of moisture. I didn't feel it. Like once I left for the day, we were out and about doing things for like Easter activities. It was fine. But I know when I first put it on, it wasn't like it made my face look better. And I hope that's even making sense. The one sunscreen I use kind of adds a glow. It doesn't make my face red. So I don't know. I know I'm not doing the best for explaining this. But They did a good job making it thinner, but I still feel like there's a tiny, like, sunscreen-esque feel to it. And I think if you put it on, you would know what I mean. And for my face, I don't want it to be anything like traditional sunscreen. And they did a good job. I would say 90%, it does not feel like a normal sunscreen. And it'll be my arms. I put sunscreen on my arms every day in the summer. I put it on my neck every day in the summer. I would say at least 6 months out of the year I do that. All these sunspots, when I lived in Indiana, I would get them in the summer. They would go away in the winter. Now that I've lived in California for 20 years, they never go away. So, and I didn't always for like many, many years, sunscreen was an afterthought until I was way too old to have just started sunscreen. But now I'm more conscientious. I do try to minimize this. It's not going to ever go away. So this will definitely get used. The price is right. It's only $13.99. But I don't think it's going to make the cut for my face, except for like on the weekend when I'm hiking or something like that. Anyway, again, thank you guys so much. I am so grateful that I get a little paycheck. It's only because you guys are watching my videos. Anyway, thank you guys so much. Have a great day, and I will talk to you soon.